Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Thursday, December 10th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update as well as news report. Trying out the new setup today. I use this setup for my podcast called The Stock Room with my 80-year-old friend, which I'll put a link down below if you want to check out the full episodes. Let me know what you think of the camera, the microphone, the setup, if you want me to go back to the old one for these videos or if you want me to use this moving forward. But anyways, let's get into the stimulus updates. The bipartisan stimulus deal worth $908 billion would offer rental assistance and an eviction moratorium until the end of January 2021, as millions of Americans face severe rent arrears and the economic shock of the pandemic continues to be felt. The current $908 billion stimulus deal, backed by Senator Susan Collins, Joe Manchin, and a handful of other lawmakers, would offer $25 billion in rental assistance for state and local governments, as well as Native American tribes. This is a huge point right now that both sides are debating. The two main points are state and local government funding, as well as unemployment assistance and stimulus checks. An outline of the proposal revealed earlier this week, and it stated that 90% of the funds would be used for rent payments, arrears, utility bills, and related housing stability services offered at a local level. This is extremely important right now because it's expected that households with earnings at 50% or below the average local income would be the first line to receive funds from this proposed $25 billion pot in this bipartisan stimulus bill. They would support covering as much as 18 months of arrears and future assistance, which would be absolutely huge for people who don't have any way to pay their rent right now. As well as offering up direct funds for rent, the bipartisan stimulus deal would offer an eviction moratorium through the end of January next year. The ban would block landlords from putting tenants out on the street for failure to keep up with rent. However, the problem is that this bill does not include plans for a second round of direct stimulus checks, which was a key feature as part of the CARES Act and is the main thing that most people are concerned about. Most people are concerned about, are they going to get a $1,200 stimulus check, $600 stimulus check? Are they going to get any stimulus check at all? The Washington Post reported that the financial services firm had warned that almost 12 million tenants could owe more than $5,800 in rent and utility arrears on average by next year if no sort of direct payment is provided by Congress. So while the $908 billion stimulus bill does have a lot of support in Congress, even though it doesn't include stimulus checks, the $916 stimulus bill that Steven Mnuchin and the White House proposed the other day does have stimulus checks, and many lawmakers are actually backing this bill as well. This bill from Steven Mnuchin includes $600 stimulus checks to each adult and $600 stimulus check as well to each child. So basically every single person would receive a $600 stimulus check. The problem with this bill is that it excludes any sort of unemployment benefits. Currently, the main bill that they're talking about right now includes $300 per week in boosted unemployment benefits, but this new bill would exclude that completely in exchange for stimulus checks. Some lawmakers are fully behind this bill, but others like Bernie Sanders are pushing for the stimulus checks to stay at $1,200. He came out on Twitter the other day and said, "Today, 1 in 4 American workers are unemployed or make less than $20,000. Ultimately, he said that Congress must provide direct payments to the working class now, and it needs to be at least $1,200. $600 just isn't going to cut it." This is important because it is one of the main reasons why Congress is taking so long to get a bill passed, and it clearly shows how divided Congress is. Some lawmakers want a $1,200 stimulus check, others want to pass a bill without them completely and just include unemployment benefits, and other ones are fine with settling with $600. So right now, shows how divided Congress is with if they want stimulus checks, what they want in the bill. And finally, Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the minority leader, urged Republicans to allow bipartisan talks to move forward with the $908 billion bill, and they called it the best opportunity for a compromise. In response, Mitch McConnell slammed the two Democrats for rejecting both the White House offer and his overture on Tuesday, which was his first major concession since efforts to reach an agreement on a stimulus bill originally began. He said that at every turn they have delayed, deflected, moved the goalposts, and made the huge number of places where Congress agrees into a hostage of the few places we do not. He explained how the bipartisan group of moderate lawmakers circulated details about their $908 billion stimulus compromise, But key issues that are delaying this bill from getting passed right now is that lawmakers are still struggling to reach an agreement on crucial details. The moderate group of lawmakers, their 6-page stimulus framework, said that the group had an agreement on principle for providing $160 billion to state and local governments and offering liability protections to businesses. But the 6-page framework omitted any substantial details about how to address the disagreements in Washington right now. The lack of specifics shows the remaining hurdles for this group, and the problem is that there's no guarantee that their plan will advance, and lawmakers are running out of time to come to an agreement on a bill because now a new government spending bill is due. It was originally due on December 11th, which is tomorrow. They're talking about signing a 1-week extension, but either way, they're running out of time for that, and in 2 weeks, they go on another recess before the new president is inaugurated next year. So starting to run out of time, they need to come to an agreement. Right now, there are a couple of plans they're talking about, some with $600 stimulus checks, some with $1,200 stimulus checks, other with no stimulus checks and unemployment benefits. So anyways, right now, there's no preference to any one of these plans. Lawmakers are on both sides, but that's what's going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Thursday, December 10th, 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, you can get 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.